Look and feel good this riding season with casual and armored long-sleeve flannels from Leather Up. Leather Up is your source for iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability. Visit leatherup.com. Welcome to another edition of the Motorcycle Mayhem radio podcast, hosted by Johnny Rizzo, where we talk about everything motorcycle, from tips on safe riding to apparel and accessories to where the next events are and everything in between. So, let's mount up and ride. Hey, Johnny, where are we going this time?
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Long Island? What's up, Michael Crow?
What's going on, Johnny?
What's up there, Big Chris Beckins?
What's up, John?
We're going the Becks. Chris Becks. What's up, Becks? Like the beer, man.
I've been called worse.
You've been called worse? That's true.
Yep.
So what's going on, guys? It is a beautiful day today, was
Gorgeous
it not?
day.
Absolutely.
Wow. I think it's like 73 where I was today. Up in Kingston, New York. Beautiful
Nice.
up there. Beautiful riding up there. Beautiful ride up there, man. So what's going on, Cole? You had a busy weekend, it looked like.
Yeah. We started on Saturday. There was an unfortunate event, but it was very.
Yeah, what was
very
that
moving.
about? I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't, with the pictures that I saw, there wasn't really much said about it, though.
No, so what it was? There's a club out here, and the president lost his daughter early in life.
Okay.
And, regardless of what it was tragic, and they call it the Black Poster Project.
Right.
And this is a behavioral health, wellness, and overdose awareness event.
Oh,
And it's held in the city, and in the building they had posters and pictures of people at a young age who passed away too early. And what we did, motorcycle clubs got together and we supported this club, and we rode in together.
right.
So it was nice. We had about 50, 60 bikes.
Yeah, it looked like you had a lot of bikes.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
Yep. And it was very moving.
Yeah, it looked that way. Now, everybody was looking up to the right at something at one picture I saw. What are they looking at?
It could have been the pictures and posters.
I know the pictures were in the seats, right? That was pretty cool. But the other,
That was a woman who wanted to take a picture. She went up the spiral staircase.
oh, okay.
She wanted to get an overview.
Oh, okay. That was pretty cool.
That was a cool
So
picture.
that's when the brotherhood comes together.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter who you're riding with. It just all comes together, and it's a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
Right? So what else did you do there? I can't speak. What else did you do there?
We went to what's the name of the deli afterwards? We broke up and everybody went their own way. I've never been to these famous delis in the city.
Right.
In Astoria, Sal, Chris, and what's the name of that place? You get the bomb for $20.
Oh, yeah?
The thing's the size of your forearm.
Really?
Is it 8 inches thick? That was pretty
Well,
cool.
I gotta look that up, man. I'm a fat guy. I gotta know these things. You know how that goes, right? We like to talk about food here.
Yeah, but these delis have been around for years, decades.
I know.
And
There's one in the Bronx I'm trying to get to.
Yes,
They had
yes.
the meatball ice cream cone.
Oh, yes. I've
You
saw
ever seen that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I forgot the name of that place. We gotta find that place though.
Well, we got to fast for a week beforehand and then go.
I know.
And then spend a weekend there and then go broke.
But me and you always talk about, Chris, about going to these places. We want to go to Jersey, to Clifton, to Rutt's Hut.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then what's that place you like to go to also? Harold's?
Harold's is amazing.
And
Absolutely.
and then end up over there at Cat's Deli in Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
I just did that for my first time last year.
You know the Cat's?
Amazing.
Yeah, I've never been to Cats.
No, really?
No, never been.
I mean, I think it's a little, it's awesome. I got, what can you say?
It's
there was
larger
better.
than life, right? I mean, that's the way they play it out.
Yeah, it's,
It's kind of like Harold's, I guess, because you get a lot. You pay a little, but you get a lot.
no, you pay a lot.
Well, that's what I meant. I was being nice.
So just to share with you, I go my first time and I ask the guys who have been there many times, what do you do? They say, wow, while you're waiting online, it's a long line.
Yes.
And they have about 12 different bays.
Yep.
Each bay, 8, 9, 10 people
And
waiting.
they all got the pastrami in front of
All-
them.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. And these guys are flying, they're moving. He goes, put a little money on the counter. While you're waiting, they'll feed you.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I put $10 on the counter. Oh my God, he kept feeding me. And then finally he said, okay, you're next. I didn't want to order. but I couldn't go back to my table with 8 guys and not have a sandwich with me.
Right.
So
It's like being at Costco and doing all the samples and you're full by the end of the day.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, they stopped because of me.
Probably.
But Katz is great, though. I mean, there was another deli. I can't remember the name of it. Closed down. It used to be right
The
across.
Carnegie Deli.
No, not that one.
Not the Carnegie Dome?
I think it was, man, it'll come to me. Right across from the Madison Square Garden, it was right across.
Okay.
The Stage Deli,
Yes.
it was called.
Yes.
And they used to give you a pastrami sandwich that you would ask for another 2 slices of bread because you could make 2 big sandwiches out of
No
it.
kidding.
That's what it's like at Harold's.
Well, yeah, Harold's.
Harold's, you get like 2 pounds of meat and a half a loaf of bread.
Did I ever tell you my story about Harold's when I went there? So one day I'm working in Edison. I'm like, wow, I'm right here. I haven't eaten Harold's since the early 90s, I got to say. So I go, I got to go. Chris is going to love me for this. So I go, let me get 3 hot dogs. So as I say that, I see the lady, she's typing it in, and I'm looking at the price. I go, is that $12 per hot dog? She's like, yeah. I go, how big are these hot dogs? She was, they're big. I go, give me 2. I should have got 1 because they were about over a foot long.
Wow. Yeah.
They were huge.
Oh, everything there's huge.
And then the cakes.
Yes, the cakes are like hat boxes.
Yeah.
Can't talk either.
They're
It's
about
contagious.
hat boxes.
They're
They're
huge.
humongous.
18 by 18. They cannoli cakes, and even they do like a rainbow cookie cake.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's the place to check out one day.
Definitely a meeting spot for Overeaters Anonymous.
Yeah. But I got him at the Huts. Got
Sal, Chris, and Charlie's. That's the name.
South Chris John
Sal, Chris,
I
and
gotta
Charlie
check
in
that out.
Astoria. Yeah.
in Astoria.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, all right. I got Chris into this place called Rutt's Hut.
Where is that?
In Edison, Clifton, New Jersey. And they were actually on that show. Was that Diners?
Yeah, Triple D.
Yeah, Triple D.
Yeah, diners, dives.
And,
Yeah.
and
Drive-ins. Yeah, drive-ins, diners, and
I
dives.
never see them go to a drive-in though. I used to watch that show all the time. But they're famous for their relish, and the relish is to die for.
Yeah, they deep fry the hot
deep fry the
dogs.
hot dogs. You know they don't like it. They deep fry everything. You come out with a bag, and the bag is dripping with oil.
Is the relish spicy?
No,
Okay.
no, it's sweet. It's really good. So I'm always telling Chris, we got to do that ride one day. Start out at Howard's for breakfast. Then go to Rutt's Hut for lunch. And then up at Katz for dinner. But
And then into the hospital afterwards.
what I've been working on, which I kind of forgot about, but we have to get back into it, Chris, is that hamburger eating contest.
Yes.
What was that place called? That ice cream place in Massapequa.
I don't remember.
Oh,
The ice cream place.
been there for years.
Yeah. They have a...
All American.
No.
Not all American.
No, not all American. It's an ice cream place. Ice cream, old fashioned.
Oh,
They have their kitchen sink and everything in there.
yes.
They got what, a 2-pound burger? Is
Something like that. Yeah, 2-pound burger.
2-pound
Pretty
burger.
amazing.
Yeah, but how many of those can you eat?
It's a contest.
It's a contest. We're going to have a contest with 4 people.
Krishners?
Yeah,
Kirshner's.
Yeah.
Kirshner's ice cream. We're going to get them on board. And I've been talking about this since last year because I want to have the hot dog, the hamburger eating contest. And they got the kitchen sink too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We had that over in a place in Port Jeff a while back.
Yeah.
They come in with a little kitchen sink to give you all the food in it.
That's
and stuff.
fun.
It was pretty cool.
That's fun. And now we know a few people that want to do it. I think Billy Burns would be the guy that's going to do it.
Alex wants in on it too.
Alex wants in.
Yeah.
Billy and Anna.
Anna said she wanted
Anna
in on
wants
it too.
in.
Yeah.
How many of these burgers are they going to eat?
Well, no. It's a 2-pound burger.
You
Right,
got
that's
to
what I'm
eat
saying.
the whole burger.
That's a big
yourself
burger.
in a certain amount of time.
With all the French fries and everything that come with it. You got to eat everything.
Pickles and all.
Everything.
Everything.
So we got to get that going here. I told the guy, we're going to do it in January. Yeah, we're at the April tomorrow.
You didn't say what
Today's
year.
April.
You didn't say what
Oh,
year.
it's today April? No, tomorrow's April.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's April Fools.
April Fools.
April Fools.
That's it.
Yeah. So today's the eve of the Fools.
There
Right?
you go.
And March 14th came and gone.
Yep. That was quick.
I missed it. Did you know what that's all about?
What is it, Johnny?
I can't say it on this show.
Oh.
But just Google March 14th and come see me. And good luck.
Something to do with steaks, right?
Yeah, enjoy your steak. That's all I can tell you. You know. All good stuff.
Can we say oral?
What?
Can you say oral?
Oral steak day. There you go. It's a good day.
So that came and went? Is
Yes,
that what happened?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I missed
got
it.
He didn't get the steak either. He didn't get the steak
I
either.
found out a pork chop that day, which I'm not allowed to eat pork chops anymore.
Nice.
For my girlfriend's telling me, she just reads up on all this stuff. Oh, there's things in the pork chop you can't eat, and what do you call them, parasites? I'm like, Listen to me. Nobody parasites I'm going to eat in my lifetime. All right, one pork chop is not going to
You
kill me.
can't tell if you did.
It helps your immune system.
I think I am a parasite. I
Well,
don't
some
know.
people probably say that.
They probably do. I know a couple that definitely will say that. But yeah, those rides are awesome to put together a ride like that. What's that place in Connecticut or Rhode Island that we're trying to get to?
Which
With
one?
the lobsters?
Oh, yeah. We actually have a trip coming to that.
Do you do that?
This is painful.
Yeah. It sounds like a great, it's like
Nordic Lodge.
The Nordic Lodge.
Yes.
It's in Connecticut?
Yeah, it's
No, it's
actually
Rhode
Rhode Island. It's a 2-hour seating. It's like $130, but it's gourmet. I mean, you have lobster, you have steak, you have anything and everything you can't imagine, and you only have 2 hours to eat it. But I mean, if you're eating that kind of stuff for 2 hours, you're not going to do much after that. Anyway.
No, you're not going to do much after
To do that on a motorcycle, you want to do an overnight trip. I think.
Absolutely. Which is a great trip, by the way, if you're going to do it the right way. I mean, we'll talk about that when we come back from break.
Absolutely.
But there's a route that you would probably love that I definitely want to do this summer. Hopefully we can pull it off, man. So check it out, guys. I'm Johnny Rizzo. You listen to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. We got Crow Man.
Yep.
What do we call it? Crowbar? What do we call it?
We'll go with Crowbar.
The Crowbar.
Crowbar.
Yeah, Crowbar. All right, we got Bex with us. Big Chris Beckins. I just cut my lip open on my straw.
Yes,
The top was opening, but check out our website, motorcyclemayhemradio.com. All right, so we'll be right back right after these messages.
They told me don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose.
For commercial office printers, copiers, document cloud-based solutions, and with over 50 years of service, the choice is clear. Northeastern Office Equipment. Get a free, no-obligation quote. Visit northeasternoffice.com. Look and feel good this riding season with casual and armored long-sleeve flannels from Leather Up. Leather Up is your source for iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability. Visit leatherup.com. Win a 2024 Street Bob 114 with the proceeds benefiting Rocking the Road for a Cure's breast cancer patients. $100 per raffle with only 300 chances available, plus 20 other prizes. Winner will be drawn in May of 2025 at the Boogie for the Boobies in Patchogue. Sponsored by Harley Davidson of Nassau County. Visit rockingtheroadforacure.org.
All right, we are back. I am Johnny Rizzo. I'm with the Crow Man, Crowbar,
Yo.
and Big Chris Beckins. We got Irish Pat.
Hey, Johnny, what's going on?
How you doing over there? I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
I'm so into Iron Maiden these days. I don't know what happened. Like, all of a sudden, it just exploded in my life. Like Iron Maiden, I was like, they're the best band in the world all of a sudden. I don't know what happened to me. I always loved them, but lately it's like, I love them. You know what I mean? But we're talking about roads and doing these trips for food and all, but I think a great ride, you've probably done this ride, is take, 27 all the way out
Sure.
to Montauk, right? So here's my plan. You get out there, you stop for breakfast somewhere in Montauk, you know what I mean? You enjoy yourself. You ride around the lighthouse, you come back
Absolutely.
down the Route 114, you cut across the Shelter Island.
Mm-hmm.
You
Take
hang
the
out.
ferry from Sag Harbor.
Yeah, you go over to Greenport.
Yep.
And then you ride up to Orient Point, get on that ferry, go across to New London. Either A, you go to Foxwoods for the night, hang out, or you come all the way back down Route 1, because you don't want 95.
Right. I think that's the old post road. Yep.
The old post road, all the way down to Bridgeport and take it back to Port Jeff. It can be a 2-day ride. That could be a nice ride.
That's a nice 2 days.
That's pretty fun.
Or you can take it a step further, which you take that ferry across to New London, and then you go out towards Rhode Island and get on that ferry, and you go out to Martha's Vineyard.
Nice.
That's a great ride.
Nice.
You spend a day in Martha's Vineyard, and then you come back. Right? I mean,
I'm in.
right? We can do some rides this year. Well, I got to thank Harley Davidson Nassau County for redoing my whole bike. I got new tires, new brakes, new bearings, new battery, new oils, everything.
Good for
is
you.
new on the bike.
Good.
So I'm ready to do some riding this year. Put some miles in. Now I'm nervous. I had the same tires on that bike since day one.
Stop lying. You don't get nervous.
True.
You're ignorant. You just get on it and go.
I rode to Wisconsin. The only thing that was on my mind, I'm looking down my speedometer. I'm doing 95. But don't blow out tires, please. Deer, don't jump in front of me. Please don't jump in front of me. In Michigan, the deers are like wildfire. They're watching you like, come on, man.
Yeah.
They're the wild turkeys. You see the wild turkeys over there?
Yeah.
I was at a stop sign trying to get by a wild turkey. He wouldn't let me go. Every time I went, he came. He was like playing with me. He's like, come on, man. Let's go.
Yeah, you ever see a squirrel run out in front of your car last second?
Yeah.
If you look to the side, there's his buddy watching.
Yeah.
It's a game they play. I'm convinced.
They're betting.
Yes.
They're betting.
Squirrels and butterflies with
Come on,
legs.
Steve. You can make it.
you can do it.
They have no flight plan at all.
No.
Guys, I want to go back to the riding, right?
Yeah.
We're now the beginning of April.
Right.
We have to put these, and everybody out there who wants to ride, you're with your buddies, you're with a club, you must put something on the calendar. You can always cancel it, but if it's not on the calendar, it ain't going to happen.
You're
Next
right.
thing you know, riding season's over, and people say, instead of saying, oh, look what we did, I wish we would have.
Yeah. And you know how fast it comes and goes?
Yes.
And for this year, for me, I got a bunch of things planned. It's going to come and go like that because, I'm going to Texas. I'll be in Florida. I'll be in Italy.
Yeah.
And then by the time I get back from Italy, July is almost over. I'm getting back like July, I think, like 12th or 13th or something like that. And it's the next thing you know, it's August and September.
Yep.
Then we're doing the 9/11 runs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're right. You got to put it on the calendar.
Have to. Any time that you have in Italy to rent or no?
Well, we are going to go. We changed our whole trip around. We were supposed to take an 11-day cruise around Italy.
Mm-hmm.
That was the plan. We were going to fly to Rome, spend 3 days in Rome, take an 11-day cruise around Italy, starting in Rome, going all the way up, and then come all the way back down to Sicily, around the boot, to the other side of Croatia for 3 stops, and then back to Italy. And then that's where we get off the ship, and then go to Venice for 4 days, and then take a train or something back to Rome to fly home. Be on about 3-week vacation that we're doing.
That's awesome.
So we decided, you know what? With the money we're spending on that, it was about $4,700 without doing any excursions.
Right.
Now you add the excursions, $300, $500, whatever it is, you're up to $10,000.
Sure.
So we decided, you know what? We already got the flight booked and paid for to go to Rome. That's already done. So we canceled that cruise. We're going to Rome. We're renting a car.
Good,
I'm going to
good.
look at Dawn and say, so where do you want to go now? And that's going to be the next 3 weeks. We're going to go wherever we want to go
Good for you.
for as long as we want to go.
Good.
Now I can go to the Amalfi Coast and don't have to worry about nothing. Go to Sicily, go to Palmaro, where my family's from. I go to Calitri, where her family's from, and just take our time. Go to Padre Pio's place we want to go.
Nice.
And then we're going to drive. We're going to rent a car. So there'll be no train, none of that, no excursion. We're going to spend all that money, and we're going to have a blast.
And you're on your time schedule.
On my time.
Right.
So the money that we saved for that, we're going to put into now just having a good time. Because think about it also. Now we're taking a cruise around Italy. You're on a ship. The food that's on the ship isn't from Italy.
No.
So you're not eating the authentic, Italian food.
This is true.
Right. And now you're not going to have much time to get off the ship to do something.
Let me ask you a question. So
Yeah.
now you're getting picky about food?
No.
I was just thinking the
But
same thing.
if I'm going to Italy, I want to have an Italian dinner.
Not eating SpaghettiOs out of the
I'm not
can.
going to go to the buffet that's on the ship and have a steak.
Stop
You know what I
lying.
mean?
You would.
I know. But I'm just saying.
You would.
But you know what? So the money that we already paid for the cruise, we were able to take that. Now, of November of 26, we got a 10-day cruise to the Western Caribbean.
Excellent.
Already got money down on it, halfway paid for. So now we have over a year and a half now to pay for that.
Nice.
So we can go to Italy and enjoy.
Cool.
So now when I come home from that trip, summer's halfway over. So we're going to book something. Let's book it August or September. September is beautiful riding.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful riding. Even October, even November is nice. I love about riding in November because that's when you start smelling some fires. It's a little cooler out. You have that Thanksgiving feeling. Am I right?
Absolutely.
You feel it.
But what goes with the fire?
Bourbon. And that's our next segment. We're going to have a fireside chat with the Crow coming up next. So stay tuned for that. I'm
Looking forward to it.
Always a good time with the Crow. But yeah, so you're right. Where do you want to go this year? What's your plans for riding this year?
I have a trip every month planned.
Going where?
So in May, well, actually 3 trips in May, going down to Virginia, West Virginia.
So you're talking about riding.
riding.
We're not talking about going to Montauk back.
No. So that's a 5-day trip with my buddies.
Right.
And then third week, and we'll talk about it next after we come back from the commercial.
Okay.
Third week going to Kentucky. Going to hit 2 distilleries.
Nice.
Ride from Long Island, ride
I got
down.
a question about that too that you might be able to know the answer to.
Yeah.
About the distilleries. About when I went to Jim Beam with my son, and we noticed around a couple of distilleries that were in the area that the woods are all burnt around it. You notice that they're all black?
Yes.
Why is that?
Don't know.
You don't know?
No.
But every distillery
We'll
you go
find
to, you notice the woods around it are black. Like from I guess them making the bourbon.
Maybe.
I thought they had a
Till charred.
fire.
Could be charred.
Yeah, I thought that maybe they had a fire or something, but it's all because of the distillery, from what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I just do radio and I drive a truck. I don't know. I'll tell you.
And then the end of May is Americade.
Americade?
Yeah, so 3
you're going to do
trips in
Americade?
May. I'll do Americade.
Have you ever done that one?
I do it every year.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go up just for the night.
You ever go to, what's the other one that's up there?
Konya?
No, what was the old guy?
Upstate New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started with a W. Remember that one?
Yeah, we had a booth there last year. I forgot the guy's name.
It's exactly 4 miles from Americade. I'll come up with it. It's a pretty cool. Warrensburg.
Yes.
You ever do that one?
No, I haven't.
Warrensburg is about 6 miles away from Americade. 4 miles, something like that. It's pretty cool. They got music. They got free parking, vendors. They got the wall of death.
Yeah, it's like old school.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But we'll get back to all that. We come back from break. So I am Johnny Rizzo. I am with the Crow Man,
Yo.
Michael Crow, Big Chris Beckins, and Irish Pat.
Hey.
So wearing an awesome Iron Maiden shirt. I got a story about that too. Come on. Piss me off. Anyway, check out our website at motorcyclemayhemradio.com. We got to talk about that too, the radio station. And we'll be right back right after these messages.
They told me don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose. Better run.
Micro DOT helmets weigh less than a bottle of water and are the lightest DOT-approved helmets on the market, available in a variety of styles. Keep your head safe with a lightweight DOT-approved helmet. Visit microdothelmets.com. Look and feel good this riding season with casual and armored long-sleeve flannels from Leather Up. Leather Up is your source for iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability. Visit leatherup.com. Win a 2024 Street Bob 114 with the proceeds benefiting Rocking the Road for a Cure's breast cancer patients. $100 per raffle with only 300 chances available, plus 20 other prizes. Winner will be drawn in May of 2025 at the Boogie for the Boobies in Patchogue. Sponsored by Harley Davidson of Nassau County. Visit rockingtheroadforacure.org.
And now it's time for Fireside Chat with the Crow. We need Wayne here.
Miss Wayne and his bird.
I'll edit later. Don't worry about it. So what's up, Crow?
What's going on, guys?
This is your segment here that usually you like to sit around a nice fire pit, sipping on some bourbon, telling some great stories, man.
We have a nice fire going here.
Yeah, but Pat, go get some more wood. All right. No, not that one. That one's got bugs on it. I don't like bugs.
You don't like bugs.
I did cheat today. I put a little gasoline on it.
Did you really?
Real quick, yeah.
I've seen too many TikTok videos of that. Not having a good outcome, I tell you.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Bourbon, beer,
Bourbon, gas.
fire.
Not good.
You got a bonfire, beer, bourbon, burgers, and what could go wrong?
Yeah, and
Throw a little
no
gasoline.
more eyebrows.
No. I've come close. I've had some, 12, 15 foot flames.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sure you did.
You just throw the gas, but you got to, you guys know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what not to do and what to do.
Yeah.
After a couple of bourbons.
So cheers, by the way.
Cheers, guys.
Everybody. Irish Pat's drinking water. Just everyone knows out there.
Cheers.
Drinking bourbon.
So
But he loves his bourbon.
this bourbon's a little bit smoother. I mentioned before the commercial.
Okay.
And you mentioned, actually, Jim Beam
Yeah.
Distillery. Jim Beam Distillery has 8 to 10 different bourbons.
Do they really?
They do. And a very interesting story. My favorite bourbon is Knob Creek. But Chris and I, before the show, we were talking that Knob Creek is very, very harsh.
Right.
Very oaky. So if you're not a whiskey or a bourbon drinker from the start, and you start with a shot of Knob Creek, it's like a punch in the face. So maybe you want to start with something a little sweeter, work your way in, and then appreciate the oakiness and the powerfulness that these bourbons will give you. But Knob Creek, one of my favorites. What's cool about them, and they're in Claremont, Kentucky,
Okay.
which many of the distilleries are. What's really cool, to be a bourbon in the United States, okay, you only have to distill for 2 years and have 80 proof.
Wow.
Knob Creek goes 9 years, 12 years, 18 years. And they also have some 120 proof bourbon.
Really?
That'll put some hair on you.
Yeah.
Or take it off.
I'll put some hair on you.
Or take it off. So they have the 9 year 100 proof. They have the 12 year 100 proof. They have the 9 year 120 proof and the 18 year 100 proof.
Wow.
Now, if you want a little sweeter, maybe put it in your coffee. They do make a maple. They make a maple bourbon.
Who keeps track of these years? Like, how do you know?
They're in the barrels.
They're in the barrel?
They're in the barrels.
So that's some pretty cool thing about that, though. Like, my great-great-grandfather made that barrel right there, and I'm opening it up.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Think about it, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So we have a trip coming the end of May. Well, third week in May, we'll go down, hit a couple of distilleries. Jim Beam will be one. But of course, guys, we'll do our riding in the morning, put the bikes away.
You have to put the bikes away.
Hit the distillery.
Yeah.
There you go.
Have a cigar, go, to a barbecue or just get the hot plate out, make some burgers.
Yeah, some of these distilleries are beautiful too, man. The one I went to that you mentioned before, Wood
Reserve.
Yeah, that place.
Woodford Reserve.
Me and my son, and it was a great experience for me and my son, a great bonding experience.
Sure.
Because me and my son had to go to Kentucky for a meeting for the show one time. Mm-hmm. Right, this is about maybe 3-4 years ago. And my son was of age to drink and all that. So we was like, Dad, we're in Kentucky. How about going to like one of these distilleries? Let's go. So we went there to Jim Beam and we did the tour. And at the end, you get to get a drink.
Yep.
Right? And that's when he got introduced to the old fashioned. And now my son, wherever we go, no matter what, he could be drinking beers all night at a restaurant. He always gets his old fashioned. And it was a great bonding thing for me and him. We both experienced this together, and it was nice. You know what I mean?
Cool.
And then,
it's special.
Yeah, it was special.
Yes.
So now he's had his drink because of that day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We have great pictures, and it's a really great bourbon too. It really is a good bourbon.
Yes.
I enjoy it.
Every bourbon out there has a really cool, unique story. And for instance, Knob Creek. Knob Creek got its name from a guy named Booker, who Booker is also another great bourbon. But he named Knob Creek after making it after a creek in Kentucky where Abraham Lincoln used to hang out.
Wow.
And swim and fish and all.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Good stuff. So how many different flavors does Knob Creek have?
So they have it's proofs, really.
Proofs.
They only have 2 flavors.
Okay.
Right? They have the maple,
right,
which is a little sweeter, and that's only 90 proof. And then they have the 100, 120 proof, 9-year, 12-year, 15, and 18.
Which one do you prefer?
Best bang for your buck, guys, 12-year.
12-year?
100%.
Wow.
And what's really cool, the higher the proofs.
I wish I was manly enough to drink this stuff. I really do. No, I'm a beer guy.
Wait, hold on a second there, Johnny. Let me crack this bottle here for you.
Another one for me. Well, that's it. That's enough. That's funny. That's plenty. All right. Oh, I always get jealous of people like, they're drinking that. You ever watch these movies and the guy walks in the house and they have that bar like in the living room and they go up there and they put the ice in the glass and they're pouring it. I was like, I'm so jealous because I go to the refrigerator and crack a beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that drink, Well,
I'll paint this picture, the old Westerns, spaghetti Westerns, right? Clint Eastwood would walk in, shot glass down.
Little grandpa's, cough medicine there, right?
Yeah.
Talking about a little trivia, you know why they call it a shot?
Why?
Because they used to trade bullets for that amount of whiskey.
Really?
Yes. So it'd be a shot of whiskey. So you trade a bullet for a shot.
That's
really
cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
That is very cool. I like that. That's a good trivia. Good stuff right there. So go ahead, Crow.
No, so the way it's made, right? You asked me what's my favorite,
Right.
the 12-year. So the 12-year, they go heavier on the corn, which is what I like in the mash.
The corn,
It's corn
alcohol.
it's rye, and it's wheat.
Right.
So in the 12-year, they'll use 71% corn and then the rest in rye and wheat.
Right.
So you get that really bite, that corn bite flavor.
Right.
And then they, it's in the oak barrels, right?
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you love the bourbon so much? Can I do a taste test on you one day? Would you know Knob Creek? Then?
Absolutely.
Really?
I can't tell you how many of my buddies just swear up and down, oh, you don't know.
Really?
I
We're going to do that on
I
next
can
show.
tell you after 5 shots what
Next
Knob
show.
Creek is.
I don't think we'll be feeling anything at the final shot. Everything is Knob Creek. Right? So, we're going to have the taste test on here.
All right, done.
We'll get like 3 or 4 different bourbons. And you do it, all right?
Done.
All right. And what can we get? Jack Daniels? That's a whiskey. What's a bourbon?
Get a Woodford Reserve.
All right.
We'll do Bullet. We'll do Knob, and we'll do like an Angel Envy.
All right. I got one here. Here's a.
That's a salt shaker.
Oh, it's only a shot. You got
Stole it off the airplane.
Wait, Pat, that's not a salt shaker. It's a salt shaker, but that's where he hides his bourbon.
Yeah. Pat's going through convulsions over there, talking about all his bourbon.
Actually, we were talking before about being a beer drinker. I got something you should do then.
What?
Anheuser-Busch. Busch Gardens.
Oh, okay.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Is that good?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I did that tour. Yeah, we did that a long time ago.
Did you do the one in Williamsburg?
Williamsburg.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I did that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Of course. I'm a fat guy, so I got to do that one. I got to go to Hershey and do that tour too. The whole tour just for a little candy bar at the end. It was worth it, I tell you.
Never did it.
You never did it?
Nope.
Wow. I need a teriyaki place to have a tour. Hey.
There you go.
I don't want to say it was bad, but during the Bush tour, it's like you could go back again and get another sample.
I know.
I was doing laps.
Just keep drinking all
There
day.
you go.
Right?
I remember seeing they would do when they were showing the machines and stuff, and you could see the spillage on the floor. Somebody give me a straw.
That's why the final decision when you were young, when the kids were little, are we going to go to Disney or are we going to go to Busch Gardens? I don't think they got beer at Disney. Busch Gardens. We're going to Busch Gardens. There you go.
Oh, no,
No-brainer.
No. Oh, no. You can still go to Disney and get beer.
Oh, they have to be there? I thought,
Epcot.
Epcot. Oh, that's right. Around the world.
Around the world. You can get
Around the
anyone.
world thing. Yeah, that's fun, man.
Germany with the beers.
Yes, yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Forget Germany. Every country has their own beer.
Does Japan have the sake?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Yes,
Well, they also have beer too, though. They got Sapporo.
Yeah,
Bunch
that's
of beer in, I think.
Sapporo. Yeah,
Yeah, Sapporo.
That's
That's
4
good
years
stuff.
because I had that. Yeah, I did the tour.
I see Pat falling way off that wagon at the end of the night. He's like, whoo, he's shaking. That's like putting a burger in front of me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Luckily, I had pictures. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I would remember that tour. I
Oh,
remember.
my God.
I did Canada. I just went from country to country.
Oh, that's it. I remember doing that a long time ago, too. Man.
Sample to sample.
At the end, they all taste the same. You don't care anymore. Boom. So we're going to do that taste test. I'm going to try to do it.
I'm
for
looking
every-
forward to it.
We'll do that. It's like the Pepsi challenge. Right?
It'll be
Yeah.
the bourbon challenge.
The bourbon challenge with Crow. That's what it's going to be called. I like that.
All right, done.
All right, good stuff. So we'll have Knob Creek. What else?
Like I said, the Bullet's good.
The Bullet.
Woodford Reserve, Angel,
Let me see
Angel
what I can
Envy.
get. I'm gonna look at my little liquor cabinet. See what I got over there.
You got the little glasses.
There you go.
Or all your salt shakers with their filled
There you-
with stuff.
I got some stuff over here. I'll throw a vodka in there to really mess you up. And so, hey, tell you that, guys, stay right there. I am Johnny Rizzo. You listen to Most Like a Mayhem Radio. We got the Crow, we got the Becks, we got the Irish, all right? And we'll be back right after these messages.
They told me don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose. They're on.
The 2025s are in. Choose from the best inventory of new and pre-owned motorcycles, apparel, and merchandise at Harley-Davidson of Nassau County. Ride in and browse and get your bike inspected and ready for the new year. Harley-Davidson of Nassau County, New Bridge Road and Sunrise Highway in Belmore. Look and feel good this riding season with casual and armored long-sleeve flannels from Leather Up. Leather Up is your source for iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability. Visit leatherup.com. Win a 2024 Street Bob 114 with the proceeds benefiting Rocking the Road for a Cure's breast cancer patients. $100 per raffle with only 300 chances available, plus 20 other prizes. Winner will be drawn in May of 2025 at the Boogie for the Boobies in Patchogue. Sponsored by Harley-Davidson of Nassau County. Visit rockingtheroadforacure.org.
All right, we are back on Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. So we got some really cool stuff going on with this show right now. That Motorcycle Mayhem Radio is going to be motorcyclemayhemradio.com, where you can be able to go on there and hear 24 hours of talk shows, music, all kinds of great stuff going on. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Awesome.
We're going to have Fireside Chat with the Crow on there. We're going to have Chris Beckin's Long Island Debate updates on there. It's going to be a lot of fun. All three shows that I do are going to be on there. This show, the Monday show, and the rock and roll show that me and Bella do are going to be on there. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
24 hours at Johnny.
24 hours of music. I'm talking is now we got the right license to do it.
Yeah.
That we can play Iron Maiden. We can play whatever you want. And then we got some other shows from out of the state. The 99% Radio Network guys will be having their show there.
The UK.
And the UK will probably have something going on there. We have a lot of great stuff going on. So stay tuned and make sure when it's not up there yet. But by next week, hopefully by this week, you'll be able to go to motorcyclemayhemradio.com and hit the play button. And plus, we're going to have some videos on there, too. John Fru's going to be doing updates with his chopper that he's building. He's going to be doing updates on stuff like that. But it's going to be awesome. You know what I mean? Cool. It's going to be really good. So what you got to do is sit back, get yourself some Fat Boys burrito.
Love Fat Boys.
And you listen to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. So Fat Boys burrito. Let's talk about that for a second. First of all, the best stuff you ever had in a burrito. I love it, man. I mean, I've never had a bad thing there. All their stuff is so good. Carl, you've had it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Great.
Their tacos, their bowls. I got, you know what I got tonight? I got crispy barbecue tacos with the crispy onions with pineapple. How good does that sound?
Wait till you wash it down with some bourbon.
Yeah, that's bourbon. Check out Fat Boys Burrito, guys. They're in Belmore, East Northport, Plainview, and now in Patchogue.
Yes.
They got a food truck there. They got a food truck that you can actually bring to your party. They cater. You're having barbecues this summer?
Sure.
You don't want to cook that much, so you want to have a little barbecue and have Fat Boys there. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So go to fatboysburrito.com and check out their menus.
Excellent.
And enjoy. And we got
Who's our new
sponsor?
Yeah.
Mozzarella's.
Yeah.
Now, that just sounds good.
Mozzarella.
It's just like, where did you get pizza from? You want to get it from John's Pizza or Mozzarella's? It just like sounds like a good pizza for you. Tell us about Mozzarella's. They got really good stuff over there.
Awesome place. TJ is the owner, and he becomes a friend of yours immediately.
Right.
He could be your first time, your 18th time, or your 1,000th time. He treats you like a friend, and I'm going to tell you a story about him after I tell you a little bit more about the restaurant and the food. He's known for his pizzas, right? I can go on and tell you about grandma's and the cauliflower crust pie, but the best pizza of all is the spinach artichoke.
Oh, my God. I love spinach.
Spinach artichoke.
Is it garlicky?
Yes.
Oh, see, that gets me right there.
And crispy. And again, wash it down with a bourbon and you got yourself a magnificent.
Where are they located?
They're right in East Northport, 1937 Jericho Turnpike. So it's on Jericho Turnpike, just a 16th of a mile east of Elwood Road.
Well, you can get there from Elwood Road, too.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can just say
right
the corner of Elwood and Lockfield.
There you go.
Right? They're located on the northeast side of Jericho Turnpike.
Elwood and Jericho.
So if you're going off Elwood, you can go right behind it where used to be the Comac Library. Blockbuster back in the day.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
How long are you here for?
Wow.
A long time.
Yeah, I'm here.
You just hit the way back, yeah.
I'm here a long time. Pudgy's.
Yes.
Matter of fact, is that where Pudgy's was? Were they? No, they're on the other side. Remember Pudgy's?
Yes. Yeah.
That place. Are there any more of those around anymore?
I haven't seen them.
I don't know.
I think they teamed up with another manufacturer.
Yeah?
Another company.
Manufacturer. They're being built now.
It's manufactured food.
Pudgy's wings being built across the country. But that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
His appetizers, salads, calzones, wraps, pasta, desserts, everything you need. And he caters.
He caters. Even better, man.
And that's the story I just want to share really, really quick. When my dad passed, we had his memorial down at Fire Island by the lighthouse. Now that's government property. I wrote letters and got permission, and we needed food. It was a Sunday. It was 10 o'clock. We were meeting. About 65, 70 people showed up for Dad's memorial. And we had pictures that he had painted, and he used to be in a quartet, so we had some music playing, but we needed food.
Right.
We needed food. And TJ himself opened up Sunday at 8 o'clock and cooked us fresh food.
Wow.
And drove it down to Fire Island.
Wow.
So
That's right there.
East
That's
Northport
respect.
to Fire Island, dropped it off. And that was personal service. And
that's awesome.
That's an instant friend.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, man. So check out Mozzarella's, guys, right here in East Northport. So check it out. Rockin' and Roll for a Cure.
Yes.
A breast cancer foundation, organization, I should say, run by Dawn D'Amelia, 3-time breast cancer survivor. And she does a great job. We got a motorcycle. You saw the bike this weekend.
Beautiful.
Right? It is a Harley Davidson Street Bob 114. Powerful little guy. Powerful bike. We got $100 per chance, only 300 chances. We got 21 prizes altogether. Jackets, gloves, hats, whatever it is. You can win 5 times. You can win 6 times. You can win so many times. You can win the bike and the jacket. So go to rockandrollforacure.org. Get in on this raffle. 100% of the proceeds goes to the Rock and Roll for a Cure patients. Only 300 chances, guys.
100%.
Wow, my God. 300 chances
100.
out of 21. Think about that. It's 21 prizes. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if there'll be 300 last year. I think we only sold 158 last year. So the guy won from Jersey, came and he won the bike. I don't know how he got home. He showed up with a snowmobile trailer. I was like, I don't know. Good luck.
Maybe identified as a motorcycle trailer.
He was at the wrong event.
Exactly, the wrong event.
Maybe the motorcycle identified as a snowmobile.
There you go. Hey, check it out. We got Boogie for the Boobies coming up fast.
When is that? When is that again?
May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Great bands like Vinyl Revival, Soapbox Messiah, Last Man Standing, the legendary Murphys, and Classic Clapton. That's going to be the 89 North. Check it out, $20 online, $25 at the door. Again, go to rockandrollforacure.org. Get in there. Going to be awesome.
Last Man Standing, there's got to be bourbon involved in that.
You got to be. A lot of good stuff. Plus, we got Mistress of Evil playing this Friday night
Looking forward to
at
that.
89 North in Patchogue.
Awesome.
So that's going to be a great show. With, what are they playing with? Do you remember?
Not off the top of my head. We could get the flyer. That's easy.
Yeah, I got the flyer somewhere here.
Yeah.
But we're running out of time here, so I'm trying to do this fast as I could. Anyway, they're playing 89 North. Check it out. And what's that band? Starts with a C. And Torelli's band's playing too.
Yeah.
Mike Torelli. Good stuff, man. It's going to be a great night of rock, man. Come on down, 89 North, and it's going to be a blast. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it.
And
Yes.
Where are they located, Johnny?
Yeah, 89 North, Ocean Avenue. Hold on, let me look that up. Let me look. What's your address?
And there's the bourbon kicking in.
And then Bourbon-
You're talking about Chaotica?
Chaotica, there you go.
There you go.
It's going to be the metal show with Chaotica and Mistress of Evil. And then I think the metal show is Mike
Chaotica.
Torelli's band. So
That's right.
Mistress of Evil is going on first. It's going to be a great night of music, guys. Come on down.
Chaotica is good, too.
Yeah, no, great band.
Really
right?
good band.
So great night of music right there. 89 North this Friday coming up. Starts at 7, I believe. Doors open, I think it's 6. I don't know. Just get there. Get down there. Hang out with us. It's going to be a blast. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming in and having the show and doing everything. Thank you for listening out there. This is Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. Crow, anything you want to add before we end it?
Just ride safe and keep the shiny side up.
Let's just keep that shiny side up, man.
We're going to go with the rubber side down because not all of us clean our bikes.
Hey.
No, you
I cleaned my bike.
Yes, you did.
The last time I cleaned my bike is when Holly had it and they did it.
Yeah, well, that's only because they had to. They actually, the only bike they washed before they serviced it.
Yeah.
I was going to say Johnny didn't clean it. That's what Harley did.
Yeah, no, I want to thank Holidays from Nassau County.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Great
guys.
sponsor of the show. Check them out in Belmore, man. They got the most pre-owned and new bikes around. Awesome place, man. They had a great event over the weekend. They always have events going on, so keep an eye out for Holidays in Nassau County and keep an eye out on Motorcycle Man Radio. We got our radio station starting hopefully this week. Check it out. We're going to have a blast and all that other good stuff. So I am Johnny Rizzo. I am with Michael Crow, Big Chris Beckins, and Irish Pat. So we'll see you next week. Well, you'll hear us next week, actually. And thank you for listening. And we are out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
Good night.
See ya.
They told me don't go walking slow. The devil's on the loose. Better run.
Look and feel good this riding season with casual and armored long-sleeve flannels from Leather Up. Leather Up is your source for iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability. Visit leatherup.com. Win a 2024 Street Bob 114 with the proceeds benefiting Rocking the Road for a Cure's breast cancer patients. $100 per raffle with only 300 chances available, plus 20 other prizes. Winner will be drawn in May of 2025 at the Boogie for the Boobies in Patchogue. Sponsored by Harley Davidson of Nassau County. Visit rockingtheroadforacure.org. Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From heated to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.